Hello there. I'm going to give you a fly fishing tip that's going to change some things for you on the fly casting side. And by the way, I do a lot of these tips, so if you're interested in learning more and you don't miss out on anything, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Do a lot of fly fishing tips to help you get better at the sport. But if you're tired of your cast looking like this at the end, right? And I have been there with you. I've been there with you. I've been fly fishing now for about 40 years. That's a long time. In the first few years, I was about ready to chuck my fly rod into the lake and say, you know what, I can't do it. I can't get it right. But there was one particular thing I started to do that changed everything when it came to the cast. There was one mistake that I was making that made a huge difference, and I'm going to share that with you now. So if you're tired of your line looking like spaghetti at the end of your cast and it just never seems to feel right or go right, this tip will make a big difference. What I want you to do next time, right, when your line does land in a pile, because it will, that's part of the journey, but when it does land in a pile like that, I want you to make a long strip and straighten out that line. Straighten it all the way out from the floating line right to the indicator, or if you're fishing a dry fly, right to the dry fly. You don't want any of that zigzag in your line at all. So right now you see there is some zigzag in my line, right? And it's not really that tight to the indicator. This, if you pick this up right now, it's gonna be tough to cast. So what I want you to do first is pull in some line. Pull in some line. Now everything is straight, and now you can fire away at the cast. And see how nice that cast went out there? Because I did not start the cast until I had a straight line to the indicator or dry fly in this case. So again, right? So if you have, like right now, there's a lot of wiggle. You can kind of see there's a lot of wiggle in the line, right? There's a lot of slack, especially down by the tip. If I try to pick that up, it's going to be tough, right? It's even really hard for me. I had to use a lot of arm and the full rod to try to get that to go. If I really have a pile of line, kind of see like right here, okay? If this is what your cast looks like right after you cast, don't try to pick that up and cast. Because even veteran fly casters, that is a lot of slack to try to get up, and then it ends up just being a mess when it comes back down. So get in the habit of bringing in some line to get a nice tight line to the fly, and then make your cast. No slack, right? So just do a quick little pull, make sure everything is nice and straight to the fly. And you'll even notice this is called a single haul. I'll pull this way, grab onto the line and pull this way with my non-casting hand while picking up the rod. And that is called a single load. That even helps even more. So strip in until you have a nice straight line. You're holding your line here, kind of let it loosely flow through your finger. And now you're going to hold it tight while lifting your rod up. And just like that. So try that tip next time. A lot of new fly casters will attempt to pick all of that slack up and make a cast. And 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, it just doesn't work. It ends up just being a mess and just piles up behind you and piles up in front of you. And then you're like, what am I doing? So anytime that you start a cast, pull some line with your non-casting hand prior to lifting up the fly rod for the cast. If you do that, that pulling of the line will take out any of that slack, any of the loops that are happening in the line, and it will help load that cast up and present it nicely. So try that next time you're out there. All right. Well, if you need a little help with the fundamentals of fly casting, I put a video together right here. It's 8 minutes long. It has helped hundreds of thousands of people cast their fly rods better than they are today. So check out this video, and I appreciate you tuning in. Thanks again, and fish on.